Welcome. You are listening to the Be a Better Being podcast hosted by Michelle Zellner and Sasha Berscheid. Michelle and Sasha are here to give you information and inspiration to help you live your healthiest, happiest lives. Thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoy the show.
Greetings. Thank you all for listening to the Be a Better Being podcast. I'm Michelle Zellner, and my beautiful co-host Sasha is here today. Welcome, darling. How's your day so far?
Good. So far, so good. Not emotional. Happy it's Monday. Ready to kill it. Ready to introduce the world to my everyday girl crush, whatever you want to call it, the fabulous Jordan Grady.
Yes, thank you. Welcome, Jordan. Welcome to the Be a Better Being podcast. Thanks for coming on and spending a little bit of time with us.
Hello. I feel so weird being on this side. I was just listening to them yesterday, and now it's real. Ugh.
It is real, and I'm super excited. As Sasha just mentioned, she is one of you two are very dear friends, both in the Omaha area. I have been, I'm going to say, honorably adopted into your circle, and I am just blown away by the amazing things going on with the women of Omaha. And that is a little bit about what we're going to talk about today. But Jordan, since people don't really know anything about you, if you could just give a thumbnail sketch. Who is Jordan and what has led her to doing what she is today? And then we're gonna go deep into some big announcements.
Let's do this. What she said, but I want to know, who is Jordan Grady today? Let's start with today, and then we're going to go back and see who Jordan Grady was. Like, who made her who she is today. So today, Jordan Grady is?
Today I am a financial advisor by day, superhero by night. I don't know. How else do you want me to word it?
No, I think you summed it up. Seriously, that was perfect. So tell us this. What was the story that I sat there? This is in short story form. The story that I sat there with my mouth wide open and said, wow, girl, you are amazing.
So it's fitting today that we're doing this because as of today, it is the 10-year anniversary of me becoming a mom. So my son was born 10 years ago today, and I was a single mom for 5 of those 10 years, living 7+ hours away from my family. So I think that's what you're referring to. And then I fell in love on the interwebs. I'm a Tinderella, and moved to a different state to live with my husband, which is where I'm at now, is in Omaha. But prior to that, I worked for corporate America and moved pretty much every 3 years for them to wherever they told me to go. So this is the first place that we've kind of chosen to live, and we've been here 5 years now. So the longest I've been anywhere other than where I was born. So that's why I've chosen to make a difference with Sasha, because I have some roots laid now.
Yeah, I'm so thankful, and I've said this before, it's the saying that I hate the most. Everything happens for a reason, but this is just proof that everything does happen for a reason. You've landed in Omaha to break stuff up, to re-pour the foundation and to light the world up with me.
Yeah. I mean, because we met, how many years ago did we meet? 2 years ago in November, we met. I had reached out about volunteering at a nonprofit event with you, it was an event for single moms. And that obviously tugged on my heartstrings. And the minute we met, I went home and did the creepiest thing you could possibly do, which is put Sasha Berscheid on my vision board because I didn't know why or how. I just felt this strong desire that she needed to be in my life and that my life would be more fulfilled. I would be more enriched as a human if I just spent time with her. So I really had no idea. There was no plan whatsoever. And I think I even sent you like a picture. And I was like, hey, look at this. You're like, not weird at all.
Jordan, I can guarantee you are not the only person who has done that. And maybe it didn't show up on the vision board, but certainly that feeling of, I just need this human in my life and need to spend more time with her. I'm right there with you. I was that weirdo too. I want to go back to you being a single mom I know there are a lot of single moms out there, a lot of single moms listening. I know I have single moms in my life. So take us back to those first 5 years of you being a single mom. Talk about the struggles, the victories, what you went through. And because I'm guessing that a little bit of that at least has spurred you to where you are and what you're doing today.
Yeah. I think some of that. So the first 5 years, I was blessed with an amazing child. My mom told me initially that not to get comfortable because he wasn't normal. He was extra good at everything, sleeping, being with other people. So I was blessed in that avenue. That the challenges were more so, I think, mentally with myself and feeling stuck all the time because I was the solo everything, the breadwinner, decision maker. And so even if I did want to start my own company or not work for corporate America anymore, that wasn't a road or a door that I could even open because there was too many other things. That's what I thought in that time, which kind of has spurred a lot of my feelings now and supplying resources for people so that they feel that they can do that regardless of their situation or support that they may have from family. Did that answer the question, I suppose?
It does. It's fantastic. And I think this is a great time to really talk about what it is that you and Sasha are doing together, because that really is where we're going to dive deep into this conversation. So whoever wants to introduce it, go ahead.
Sure, I will run point on this since it was. Oh, you guys will probably get sick and tired of hearing this. The reason why I know that is because we had a lunch this last week, and Jordan was like, "All right, I have to let you know when she talks about this thing, it's really just her brain." What did you say, Jordan, when we were at lunch? You said something around, "I listened to my brain a lot," or something like that.
I don't remember. Just
I don't know.
like you will always say, this is the decision and here's why. And somebody's
Yeah.
like, who told her that or where, why? And I'm like, you just have to go with it.
To go with it. So last summer, it was in April. I was running, and I like to do most of my prayer, meditation, guidance, talking to God while I'm running, especially on my long distance runs. That's when I really just sync up, and I like to think of it as Avatar. You know how in Avatar they take their like long tails and they sync it up with the other tails. That's literally the best way for me to describe what I do with God. Is I'll be running and I'll just take my Avatar tail and sync it up and say, "All right, God, I'm your vessel. I'm ready for this." And while I was out on the run, I was about 1.5 miles from my house, probably 50 minutes into my run, and it did not take me 50 minutes to get 1.5 miles, but I was just how proximity-wise, that close. And God said, "You are going to start a female empowerment movement." And I said, "What? Like, what does that mean? And what are you talking about?" And God said, "You don't need to worry about anything besides the fact that you are going to open up your house to the public, and you are going to sponsor a luncheon for females. Doesn't matter if it's a business owner, a school teacher, a nurse, someone transitioning from male to female. If the person identifies as a female, you are going to start an empowerment movement where you teach other women to do nothing but support other women." And I was thinking, I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea how to do this. But as soon as I got done with my run, what did I do, Jordan? I called you and I said,
Hey, guess what? This is what we're doing.
Yep. Said we're going to do this. And Jordan says, yeah, sure. Whatever. Just let me know what you need from me. And since that day, we have had so many incredible testimonies, so many cool stories, so many awesome events that we've put on. And the one thing that we learned is that there's a gap, not just in Omaha, but we cannot dilute ourselves. So we're concentrating on the Omaha community, that there is a huge gap with women, especially now in the COVID generation era, whatever you want to call it, and community. There is nowhere that you can find safe community. And it's just been so difficult to watch these women struggle, and instead now they no longer struggle, and now they realize that they have a place at the table and that they have other women that they can lean on.
Well, I think you're absolutely right, Sasha, because I think everybody has struggled with community. And when you can offer like minded people to get together, and I know because I've been invited into this group on Facebook, it is all about support. So when you say a female empowerment, I think it really is about support and challenging and guiding and helping, and that probably all go into the definition of empowerment. But it's somewhere for everyone to lift each other up and to serve as that network that so many struggle to find or don't even really have the opportunity to be part of simply because of logistics or who they don't know versus, the other people who do know people. And that you have come together with Jordan to create such an amazing foundation, I think, is only a testament to first of all, the two of you, and to see how this community has exploded in such a tiny bit of time is clearly focused and highlighting that there is a tremendous need and appreciation for something like this.
Yeah, I'm so excited for Jordan to explain what this even means. Like, this will be airing on 4/19, which will also be Jordan Grady's birthday. We sat down at Zen's Coffee, I don't know, last year sometime, and I said to Jordan, "What do you think? And like, what do you see lit coming? What do you want it to become?" And out of nowhere, she was just like, "I don't know. I don't care. This is my baby. It needs to become something." And I said, "Okay, well, what do you want? Like, what can I do? How can I help besides just be the admin of this group who we now have 2,200 members, primarily female-owned businesses, small or large, in the Omaha metro area." And Jordan, what did you say when I said, "What do you want from this? What do you want for your birthday? What can I do to help you feel like this is your baby and it's truly alive?"
Shoot, what did I say? That I want it to be a nonprofit. I guess one thing that I keep thinking when you ask all these questions is there are a lot of communities within Omaha that I've even been a part of, and you may have been a part of, but there's a lot of rules and stipulations on what you're allowed to ask for help for, what you're allowed to, hey, if you have a business, you're not selling your business. Things that we wanted to kind of be the opposite of, that I want to highlight, that, hey, we're showcasing if you're a female business owner. And if you want to sell your stuff, this is where you sell it because we want to support you. If that means selling it, referrals, asking questions about, hey, I'm hiring staff. What does this look like? When do I switch my business type? So I did want to highlight that the community purposely said, our only rule is kindness, that you can sell stuff. You can sell yourself. You can ask for help in this avenue. And so that was kind of how it was also different than other communities.
There are no agendas. There's no payment. There's no things that are quote unquote off limit. We do allow people to do the taboo, sell your whatever it is, ask for help. There's 2 group rules. I will censor the first one. The first one is no crap talking. And then the second one is be willing to support and empower other women.
And I want to make sure that everybody who's listening knows what the name of this group is and what does it mean. So can somebody please go into that detail?
So while I was on that run, God told me that I was going to call it LIT, and it does not stand for anything. Some women have given it the acronyms Ladies Igniting Together, Let's Ignite Together. That was not my intent ever. When I think of big, awesome names like Tony Robbins, David Goggins, Michelle Zellner, I think of keynote speakers who people travel from all across the globe to go and listen to. And I think of those people as a torch, right? Like, you go and you listen to this torch in hopes that you can hear them and you get lit. that you get caught on fire and you're refueled and you have this sense of purpose and you just sit there and bask in their glory and you say, wow, I want what that person has. I need that energy. I need that motivation. I want that love, XYZ. And I said, why do we have to wait for a Tony Robbins or a Brene Brown to come to Omaha, Nebraska? Why can't we just be lit? Why can't I be the torch and let these women come to me and get lit on fire for one another and take the light that I have and the love that I have for other women, and then be in turn a part of the movement where they can light the woman behind them on fire, and that woman can take from her torch in turn and empower the next woman in line. And so it means nothing other than being on fire for yourself and for other women in Omaha. Be kind. Give them a chance. Let them speak. If they need help, help. We don't need to keep badgering and hitting each other down. Like, man, let's be the city where they come and they're like, what is this? Why are these women so kind? Why are these children so understanding and thoughtful? And it starts with us. It starts with us.
Well, I love that. And I think, the word lit really does mean so many things. And when I look at just the interaction going on in the Facebook group, and I can't wait to get to attend an event one of these days, I can feel the energy and the love and the support that is literally coming through. These women are cheering for each other. They're championing for each other. They are offering ideas and suggestions and any kind of support in any kind of way. And I know the three of us agree there is far too little of that in this universe. It is women beating each other down, sabotaging each other. Maybe not sabotaging or beating down, but absolutely not celebrating. Mm-hmm. Maybe being a little bit passive in their celebration when someone has done something great. And correct me if I'm wrong, the purpose of lit is to get that kind of energy up so that everybody is celebrating when there is celebration to take place, but also so that when there are things that we need to be supported in, maybe we just need consoling, we need to vent, we want to share our victories with somebody, but that feels braggadocious, so we keep quiet about ourselves. This is the group that allows all of that.
100%. And then I make it, my personal goal is to continue preaching on the biggest thing that I think is helping drive this is collaboration is key. Competition, absolutely not. There's not a place for that. Collaboration over competition, and to make every woman realize and remember that there is enough real estate out there for us all to be successful. Every single one of us. There is absolutely no need to talk poorly about another female behind her back because in lit, there's no place for it. There's no place for it.
Well, and I know you and I and Jordan probably too, we've all been on both ends of that at various times in our lives. And it is something that when you get to a place where you have faith in what you're doing, you feel good about what you're doing, you can look at what somebody else is doing, and even if their star is shining more brightly than yours at that time, it doesn't diminish your light. In fact, you want to help that shine be even brighter because that will only shine more on you.
Yes. Amen, sis.
Jordan, tell us a little bit about the events that you have and what the whole nonprofit angle of this is going to look like and how it's going to turn into really supporting female entrepreneurs and all of that stuff that you all have planned for this big undertaking.
Yeah. Well, I guess we could start it with the first event that we had, the original one that Sasha had the vision about on her run. That was prior to the Facebook group even happening. That was the first real, let's see how this goes. And 125 women showed up to that. And it was just a spur of the moment. We didn't make any formal invitations, just kind of word of mouth, post on social media. And there, the event was so special that that's when we finally realized, hey, this needs to continue. This can't be a once a year situation. So then we created the Facebook group. And from the Facebook group was when collectively, it wasn't even, I wouldn't say Sasha and I, it was the group. The women were saying what they needed. And some of those events were I may go to a formalized networking event, but I want to go to a coffee. Can we have a coffee in the morning once a month, in the afternoon once a month, and on a weekend, so that everybody kind of gets a chance to attend, but they're all at female-owned coffee shops within Omaha. And then various other, we've had so many like collaborative, hey, let's put all of these types of businesses together and showcase that. We've done that, at least every month since it started last April. And then this June, again, we'll have our annual event. But the nonprofit component was what you asked about. And kind of what I was talking with Sasha about is that how do we make this so that it's not just another Facebook group, but so that it's actually impacting a life every year? And with that, we wanted to have a collective space where it's like co-working, but also they could rent it at night if they wanted to have one of those events that they have, because that's one of the questions that's reoccurring. Does anyone have a space so that we can do this, so that I can do headshots, whatever it is? So Sasha and I had talked about having a space, forming a optional membership program with all proceeds and any event that we have where we would generate income. All of that money will go towards, annually, we will choose a female business owner that maybe hasn't started or has started and has plans for, hey, I want to grow my business. So she will be nominated, chosen. She will be the Lit Woman of the Year. She will get the money. She will get, there's the 2,200 people in there. A lot of those are well-established female business owners that have done this multiple times, different types across the United States. So the expertise from all of that comes in this package of, hey, we're going to support your business, but we're going to support it on another level. We're going to coach you. We're going to hold you accountable. We're going to give you monetary means to do whatever you need to do, so that for the next year, we are literally going to catapult your business to give it everything that you want it to be. So that's our plan for this.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. Sasha, I feel like you had something to say there.
Yeah, it's just, how can we take this sisterhood that we've created and literally turn it into a nonprofit where we are taking these women and we are taking it to another level and showing them and educating them how to empower someone with maybe less, maybe more, it doesn't matter, but empower the next woman who will be chosen as the Lit Lady. And this summer, we will have our Lit event on Sunday, June 12th. And all proceeds of that will now be able to go back into the nonprofit, which is Lit, which is a very important thing for us, because Jordan is a businesswoman. I am a serial and avid thinker / entrepreneur. And the last thing that we want is to ever cut a check to ourselves. We've never cut our check for our time and our efforts for Project Intentional. We don't plan to, intend to. And it's the same thing with Lit. If we have been given the opportunity to transform the lives of many, especially this one woman, we're going to do it. We do not need to do anything selfishly. But time and time again, the things that I tell Jordan is we need to stay humble and we always need to serve. We need to serve others, because that is the meaning of life. The more and more I really think about it is, number one, community, and number two is servitude.
Well, I know, Sasha, you absolutely walk the walk. And if Jordan is in your life, I know she does as well. And the two of you together, I am impressed, amazed, in awe just of what's going on in Omaha. And I know a lot of that is just sparked by you. And then because you are a catalyst for so many others, they hop on board and want to level up and want to do things. I know that certainly has been the case with me. Just getting your energy and having you in my life has triggered me to want to level up and do different things as well. So I know this is going to go big. In fact, I'm sure you already have the visions, but this is Lit Omaha. This is just the beginning.
Correct. I know for a fact that we will have other Lit cities. I guess I should just say, have been given the vision of how we can branch those out. I have decided that I cannot take those other cities on. Those will have to be like an alumni team that will go and help the new city, just because this is my stomping grounds. When I went this past January on our family sabbatical, and I was away from social media and really away from everyone. I know Jordan probably felt it the most when I was away from everyone, but I said, all right, God, I'm gonna do this. I can't wait. We're gonna do Project Intentional is gonna be all over the world, and you know, I'm gonna make Nashville my city again. And God said, no, you're really not, though. You're not. If you want to do a mission trip, you can do a mission trip in Omaha. You're not moving anywhere, sis. You're going to stay there, and you're going to help heal and repair. You don't need to spend money on a ticket. You don't need to go and raise a bunch of money to feed the poor. You just need to go out and do it. And I said, okay, that's fine. Cool. Thanks. Appreciate that feedback. Feedback filed. And then he said, but wait, there's more. You're going to take Project Intentional and you are going to silo it to help women in need of the resources that we so often take for granted, right? Feminine care products, holiday gifts, almost said Christmas, but holiday gifts. And you're going to prioritize that Project Intentional strictly does that and caters to the woman in need of smaller resources. And then you're going to take and you're going to funnel and silo Lit to be its own nonprofit. So with the help of my sister Sam, shout out to Sam, this is the second nonprofit that she has set up. She is 24 years old and a mastermind. You are going to take Lit and you are going to silo that to focus on an empowered woman. And you're going to focus on teaching her, you know, does she need help with her LLC? Does she need help with coaching? Does she need help with headshots, with her hair? So this woman is going to be a woman who wants to own a business, wants to start a nonprofit, who maybe already has her footings, doesn't necessarily need help with the resources as far as your day-to-day resources. But this woman is another woman who is going to be an extension of Jordan and I to help be that change agent and that advocate for women in Omaha. Because if we can do it now, I can't wait to see what happens in 10 years, in 20 years, when we're having these galas, when we're announcing the 10 lit ladies of the year or whatever that has, you know. I sit here and I tell Jordan, we are vessels, whatever that looks like, whatever is intended for us to do, we will go do it. But we have to be humble.
Well, and I wouldn't be surprised if there are some listeners who are like, oh, I want Lit in my city, and I want to be a part of that. So if that is you, feel free to reach out to Sasha and let her know, because the bigger this ball gets rolling, the better everybody wins. So Jordan, let's just wrap up here. Any closing thoughts, anything we missed that people should know either about you, about Lit, about what you have going on? This would be a great time for you to tell them.
No. I mean, Sasha's presence is larger than life. And sometimes I just think we work so well together because of that, that we've had this conversation before, done about 55 different personality profiles. And so when she says we don't want to be diluted, I think we're both that's a part of our humbleness, is that we are both self-aware that we can only go so far. We can't stretch ourselves too thin to do other cities. And so we'd rather focus and hone in on what we're good at. And when the time comes, the other cities will happen. And when we meet someone who we feel that can represent and be humble and make sure the message is the same, I think we kind of left that open-ended with, hey, will we go to other cities? We will. We don't have a plan for that. We know that we can't, because it'll dilute Lit in what it is as well if we try to do too much.
I have one surprise. So for those of you listening, this is our big announcement that yes, we did turn Lit into a nonprofit organization, if you haven't picked up on that already yet. Jordan, for your birthday, I know you saw this online. However, I think it is going to mean more if I read it to you. And I wanted to also read this to the listeners because it's very impactful. I posted on the group, and Michelle, let me know if you need me to stop. But I said in the group, please describe or define what lit means to you. I need it for a little project I'm working on. So here we go. Jay said, lit is a sisterhood. It's having other women who root for you. Meanwhile, you are rooting for them. It's a safe place. L said, to me, this group means one word, support. A place where everyone can find support from people they know or even those that they don't know. T said, ladies intertwined together. We are a community of women who support one another's dreams, are there for one another during hard times, who thrive to do better and be better. C said, support, empowerment, information, connection, ideas, collaboration, networking. A said, lit means not feeling like you're going to fail again, but that you're going to discover new possibilities. J said, lit means encouragement, empowerment, a sisterhood of strong and amazing women. B said, lit to my heart is completely free space of non-judgmental, strong, passionate, smart women who genuinely find pleasure in supporting each other. It's a dream world. It's too good to be true, yet oh so true. P, lit to me is a community full of women who empower one another that may have experienced darkness or is currently experiencing darkness and are able to find a glimmer of light with all the love from one another, from other women in this group showing up that they are lit for one another, thus changing the world through one woman at a time. When a woman feels strong and supported, she is unstoppable. K, having a community of women that come together and support each other rather than tear them down. We are able to be there for each other the way women used to be all the time. P, new friends and connections with open arms, supporting each other and having some fun along the way. Life is too short for women to be competing, and this group is all about support each other in a positive, uplifting way. J, positive support, openness, a place to cry or to celebrate or whatever you need at that time, inspirational. A, lit means encouraging and uplifting others so that we as a whole can rise together. K, lit is a reminder that we are not doing life alone. It's friendship, it's support, that there is room for everyone to be successful, that we don't have to be better than anyone else, just be who we are. K, it means possibility, support, and love. K, a true, total, judgment-free zone where we can help and celebrate and talk with other great women. S, a welcoming, inspiring, helpful page of women who want to support each other. C, to me, lit is lighting up others through hype, support, community. It's definitely a place of camaraderie and focuses on collaboration over competition. Lit by R, love, intention, trustworthy. This group has provided me personally with such amazing, reliable community. Y'all have helped me build clientele, become comfortable with expressing and sharing my gifts, especially with spirituality, and overall help me make new friends. This group has literally changed my life. Same girl. S, when they say surround yourself with women who mention your name, full of room of opportunities. This is exactly what lit is all about. Guys, there's more. I'm only halfway done. Keep going.
Let's go 5 more. 5 more.
R, my village. I could never find anywhere else. A commonality that I would never discover. The ultimate support system, no matter the goal or timeline. Above all else, a safe place I've so desperately needed. Omaha is so small, a trusted place to invent, and so much more. You guys have taught me so much, above all else, how to delegate and elevate. And then we'll start up with Jordan's great one here. Jordan, when I asked her, what does lit mean to you? She said, a gaggle of women of my dreams. One of the things that we forgot to mention, and this is why I'm not reading all the rest of them. They're on the lit page. I'm like sweating, you guys, from reading them. There's over 50 comments. One thing that I forgot to mention, it is self-ran. There are women who know what they're very good at. For example, one woman, Kelly, she just created a database out of nothing. Like, that's what her expertise is. Her next step, are you ready for this, you guys? An app. A lit app. There's another woman who is incredible named Nadine. She says, I want to run a mentorship program. Guess what? We have a lit mentorship program. I'm telling you, if you're good at something, we want to showcase it. We want to show other people what your incredible, what your gifts are. And these women are just saying, hey, I have extra 5 hours. I want to donate my time. I want to do this stuff. I'm like, girl, go for it, because I don't. It's just, it is a self-ran nonprofit full of hope, joy, support, and love for women in Omaha.
And it is beautiful. And it's an incredible platform that you have created, community you have started. I mean, it kind of makes me want to move to Omaha. Or to get Lit Denver going. Either one.
No, girl, I told you I will do everything in my power to get you to move to Omaha. So
I know. Gosh, I have been pulled in so many directions, but this is not the end of this. This is the beginning. I can't wait to be literally a part of it, but just to keep my eyes on it and watch how this thing blossoms and flourishes, because I know this is big. What you two have gotten going, it is, as you've already read, it is going to change lives. It does change lives. We can't change the world. We can only impact change in our portion of the world. And that is what you ladies have started in Omaha. I hope this has literally lit somebody else up to either find more out and create lit in their city, or maybe start their own version of it. Whatever, it doesn't matter, because ultimately the more people are cheering and supporting for each other, the better the universe is. So anybody out there listening, if you're ready to do that in your own little space, do it. If you're already doing it, yay you, keep on doing it. If you need it, tell people you need it. Show up for people who need it and get it in that way, right? Because this is happening on every level. And as you know, I've just been out in front of some big crowds too, and the sense of community that we have all been missing. And we were missing this prior to COVID. COVID highlighted and amplified it. So I think this is all coming at a really amazing time when people are thirsty for it. Clearly, people want to be part of something special. And so thank you both for coming on and sharing this news and for doing what you do. Because without the innovation, the inspiration, and the really, really, really hard work that it takes to do something like this, we would all just be sitting back thinking, well, that's it. This is life. So thank you to both of you, and to anybody out there who is a catalyst for change. Thank you, because it's a big deal. Closing thoughts, Sasha, I'm going to let you just officially wrap us up here.
I would love that. I would love nothing more than to do this. I know how much she loves this. Jordan Grady, you complete me. And I cannot wait for this to be aired on your day of birth. When you said that you wanted this to be your birthday present, I said, girl, absolutely. I would fly to the moon and back 10 times for you, Jordan Grady, and to have you in my life and to be able to hold hands with you and to hug you and to support all the women that, I mean, how many 3-way text messages are we a part of? You know what I mean? People see the value in both you and me. I could not have asked or created a better best friend for me. Thank you, Jordan Grady, for all you are, all that you represent, all that you've ever stood for, all of the difficult things that you have faced. They have made you the boss babe that you are today. I have the pleasure of walking through life with you. Happy birthday. Happy Lit Day. Today, ticket sales go on sale. They will be $60. Our Lit event will be on 6/12. Yes! At my house, again, opening it up to the public. I don't care. I know we are protected. I know we are supported. But none of this could be done without you, Jordan Grady. So happy birthday, babe.
None of it can be done without you. We're just 2 peas in a pod.
Beautiful. Well, thank you both again. And thank you, everybody, for listening. I don't know. I mean, do I really need to say it? Please go and be a better being.
Thank you for listening to the Be a Better Being podcast. Michelle and Sasha hope that what you heard today inspires you to embrace this journey of life with an open mind, a kind heart, and a willingness to learn and evolve. If you enjoyed the content, please help spread their message by subscribing, sharing, and leaving a 5-star review. If you have a show topic idea or would like to be a guest, please visit betterbeings.net and fill out a contact form. Until next time, go and be a better being.